And first things first, I want to apologise for my absence from YouTube over the past few weeks. I mean, the festive period in New Year has just been absolutely manic as far as family goes, and work as well. So yeah, I mean, I've been absent from videos, but I'm working my way slowly through my subs list. So, you know, I should be popping up in everybody's comment sections very soon. Then, so let's get cracking. I've got another Overlooked Gems episode and another great game. Now, I'll just stress again, this Overlooked Gems series, they're not hidden gems by any means. Some of them are very well known games, but for whatever reason I didn't play them upon their release. And yeah, we've got a PS2 game again, and this is Beyond Good and Evil. Yeah, so Beyond Good and Evil is just an absolutely brilliant, you know, action adventure game. You star as Jade, and she's a reporter, and basically she finds herself embroiled in the middle of this kind of huge alien conspiracy that's going on regarding our planet. You know, and it kind of deals with how, like, the leaders, or, you know, the kind of politicians, if you will, like, you know, the leaders of our planet and the countries of the planet are kind of embroiled in this massive kind of conspiracy, and it's very dark and very gritty, and maybe like the graphic style wouldn't make you believe that, because it's very cartoony, kind of stylized. It's not cel shaded, but it kind of reminds us of that style. And yeah, I mean, for a start, the game just looks absolutely beautiful. Now, I said you play as Jade, but I mean, she does have various other like friends that you can call upon to navigate your way through the different levels. There's various puzzles, and you know, different friends of Jade's will have different abilities to do different things, and you know, they'll help you kind of traverse the levels. And it's just a good way of kind of breaking up levels by, you know, just introducing like a kind of puzzle element. You know, it's not all combat and button bashing, but that's a real big part of the game. The combat. Now, it's really fun melee combat, and you use this kind of combat staff, kind of similar to what Donatello has. And yeah, I mean, it's just loads and loads of fun to just beat upon enemies, wave after wave of enemies. But like I say, there's no repetition with the gameplay. I mean, this is all broke up with, like I say, puzzles, boss battles, overworld sections, you know, where you're leveling up yourself, your character, and your vehicle and such like. And yeah, I mean, it all just combines to make a really overall like fun experience, and it never feels to like stagnate. It always feels to be progressing and getting better and better as you move along with the different varieties of gameplay there is. Now, the game was published and developed by Ubisoft, and Michael Ansel, the creator of like the Rayman series, worked on it. And from what I've read, he wanted it to be, you know, this kind of trilogy and this kind of massive epic like trilogy of games. But unfortunately, the game itself sold like really bad upon release, which is a shame, really. I mean, critically, it was critically acclaimed. The critics love it, and people who bought it really loved it. But at the time, it didn't really sell well. So obviously, that kind of, you know, they shot themselves in the foot there as far as any kind of future sequels are. But over the years, it's kind of gained a bit of a cult following. I think it got a release in 2011 on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. I think it was an HD remastering, and that kind of you know, brought it back into everyone's attention. And a lot of people who at the time maybe didn't play the game, you know, went out of their way to actually go out and, you know, buy the game on the PlayStation Network or buy the game on Xbox Live and play it, you know. So maybe over time, the hard copies on PlayStation 2 and Xbox and GameCube, because it was released across multiple systems, it didn't really sell well. But I mean, over time, it's gained like a bigger and bigger audience due to, you know, it being released online for you to download. So yeah, I mean, if you kind of find a physical copy, you can definitely go out on PlayStation Network, on your PS3, on your Xbox 360, Xbox Live, and yeah, download it. Now, I mentioned that you play as Jade, and I mentioned the fun combat, but a lot of missions as well. I'm playing back on this whole variety of gameplay. A lot of the missions are actually like stealth based, so you know, you'll be stealthily infiltrating some location, and you may have to take photos of a suspect, or, you know, a crime, you know, something taking place that shouldn't be taking place, because after all, you know, you are like a kind of reporter, journalist, all action kind of badass one. And yeah, so the camera plays a big part in it as well. So not only are you photographing, you know, different things that go on as far as the game and the story goes, but around the world you'll discover like new animal life, or whether it's local or it's unknown, and you'll catalogue all these different animals and receive credits for it. And ultimately that's used to kind of, you know, upgrade your character or upgrade your vehicle. And we'll get to the vehicle in a moment because it's so much fun. I mean, it's really an all-rounder. I mean, if you're an RPG fan, you will find things in here that you enjoy. Just, you know, I say action-adventure, it's the RPG elements are very simplified, but again, it's just another string to its bow that this game has. And like I say, and I keep saying, it's got so much depth and variety. And I think that's one of the main reasons why, like, I love it. Now, I have to mention the vehicle as well. I mean, it starts off as some rickety old hovercraft, and just as you progress through the game, you kind of upgrade it, and it just turns into this like kind of like badass flying combat machine. And I keep saying it, but these these moments in the game, you know, you'll be going from one area to the next, and there may be some vehicle combat involved, and this just serves again, like I say, to just break the game up, and any kind of monotony that you might feel just dissipates straight away, because you know, there's just so much variety there. Just as you think, oh, all right, I've had enough of that, boom, it does something else. And yeah, just between all the variety, like the stealth aspects, you know, the beat 'em up fighting style, you know, the vehicles, the vehicle combat, and the puzzle aspects, it's all just a rich tapestry that just makes a really, really good game. Like I say, it was released on GameCube and the original Xbox, and it's also on the PlayStation Network and the Xbox Live as well. So you know, there's no reason not to go out and get this. And I mean, even if you find a hard copy like this, I only paid about £2 for it, and it's worth every single penny. Yeah, so overall it's a really deep, satisfying game with you know, a rich story and you know, deep characters, and just loads of fun and you know, humour, as well as dark and serious moments. So like I say, it's got a bit of everything. It's just absolutely brilliant. And why I missed it on its release in 2003, I have no idea. Maybe I can't remember if I recall seeing any kind of advertisement for it, so I don't know. But it's something I probably would have enjoyed then, but I'm glad, you know, now I've managed to pick it up. You know, it's just an absolute brilliant game. It's beyond good and evil. On PlayStation 2 or any other format, you know, it's just absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that, and I'll leave you like I always do, and just say thank you very much for watching, people. You know, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please hit that like button. If you've enjoyed it in particular, please hit the subscribe button, and like always, leave your comments, because I absolutely love all your feedback and the bit of banter that we have, and just replying to all you guys, and just finding out, you know, your opinion on games like this and whether you played this or overlooked it. Yeah, excellent. So thanks very much for watching, people, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. Bye.